I said I like you, I do. I'm always eating. My apologies. Waiting. You go all around me. I said I like you, I do. You, I do. Food for that, baby, cause you food for that. That's what I like to, I do. Make me feel something, I like you, I do. I do. Plans, I like you, I do. What girl I like to, I do. I like you, I do. Purple. A girl I like you, I do. Baby, plans I like you. How you doing? Why you gotta be so rude? Why people gotta come here and be rude? Like I'm already not happy. Ooh, for that. Baby, come do for that. Like I already know that I'm weird. You don't have to remind me that. I like you. I say I like you. Hey, cause you know with me. Yo, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Bliss? Hi, Brianna. Oh, with that. Just eating. was here to almost 8 o'clock because 8 o'clock I watched WWE SmackDown. So I decided to get on. Yep. How? Let me see your photo. Oh, wow. I like your photo, though. I think I trust you, Miss Bliss. I'm going to make you a mod. I say I like you. I have allergies. I'm eating lamb over rice and some salad. I said, what do you think of the potential TikTok ban? That's why I am here. That's why I decided to go on YouTube instead. That's why I decided to come on here. Because if TikTok gets banned, I already have a platform. Lexa, no. You don't think the government is? Do you know the Supreme Court is? I don't know, because I'm not Oh, my day would be better if I wasn't in pain. Alexa, you good? No, Lexi. She doesn't. My dog doesn't like noise. No, we can't have none. Nope. I know. Did you vote? I don't know if you're old enough. If you're 18, don't tell me your age. Just say if you, if did you, or are you old enough to vote? Oh, you look like you're in your 20s. Oh, you're my age. I'll have to delete that. I just don't want nobody to know your age because we got creeps here. That's why I deleted it. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe and like and turn on those notifications. I do food crime and I listen to music as well. Once in a while, like I'll get to Fortnite. Maybe Miss Bliss doesn't like that. Maybe she don't. Maybe she's not an influencer or social media. Maybe she don't do social media. Everybody's not into social media like that. I only do YouTube. I was doing TikTok, but when I heard the bans are happening, I said if it get banned, then right now I'm just gonna do YouTube. If the Supreme Court, if on Monday the Supreme Court, because they say we're adjourned on Monday. Snapchat not. So do you have a lot of points on Snapchat? I don't know how really the Snapchat really works. It says Supreme Court like it appears likely to uphold TikTok ban. Appears, but you are attractive, but people should know you for you as well. Like, just because you're attractive, you could be attractive in the inside. You could be a beautiful person in the inside, and because attractiveness is beauty could be in the outside, but you could be. I don't know you very well. You seem like a good person, but like you like a person could be beautiful in the inside outside, but the person could be a terrible person in the inside. Do you understand what I'm saying? Looks is nothing. You could be the hottest person on the planet and be evil. You have to me. You have to be both. You gotta be attractive. That you have to be attra- You have to be attractive physically, and you also have to have the personality. If you don't have that both personality, then is irrelevant. They both have to match. Brianna, I have one dog. The other dog is my mother's. Brianna, my name is closer to yours, if you can guess. This is between us. Just don't call me that. Just call me by my username. Yes, that is my real name. I'm just gonna remove that because I don't want nobody to know that name. That is my name. Oh, so your real name is Tiffany? That's cool. Tiffany is a good name. A lot of wrestlers go by like a different name, like in WWE. I have very bad allergies. No. Did y'all eat dinner? I had dinner. I'm having dinner now. I eat slow because I had weight loss surgery. A story time. Let's do story time. I got time. So in 2018, 2017, it starts in 2017. 2017, I was hearing I was getting to 400 pounds. I, that sucks. Oh, oh, that makes sense. I don't know why I was named that. Whoever asked. Um, cool. So, like I was saying, basically, I was weighing almost 400 pounds. I went to see a doctor, and at the time I was also suffering from acid reflux. I'm still suffering for it, but not as bad. So I was, and they were trying to figure out how to fix it. The medication and everything wasn't working. The doctor was saying you should have weight loss surgery. It might help with the acid reflux. So I went to see the doctor, and when I went to see the doctor, they said if you don't do something about this, you're gonna die. So she told me that. I started the process, but in the middle of the process, I canceled it. Mid-year of 2017, I started seeing that I was gaining weight. I was getting closer to 400 pounds. So I went back in 2018, and I said, yo, I gotta do this. So then by then I went, and the doctor said, Brian, you gotta do something about it. So in 2018, I went back, and the process works. You gotta go every month for 6 months. You gotta go and do, you know, they do a weighing. No matter if you go up or you go down the scale. So they did the weigh-in for 6 months. On the 6 months, doctor said, "Right, come. We're gonna do for you. We're gonna do something different because obviously you're not losing weight. So for you, I want you to buy protein shakes, like a protein powder, and just have that protein powder. This is what I did. I got protein powder, ice, strawberry, banana for a whole month. That's what I had. 4 to 6 times a day. For a whole month, I did that before I before we were scheduling surgery. When I went in the next month, I lost about 30 pounds. She said, "Good." She said, "Because you lost the weight, we're gonna do a surgery in about on Valentine's Day. But you gotta keep up the good work." So I kept up the good work. When I went in for surgery, I lost another 10, 15 pounds, and I had the gastric bypass. You know what gastric bypass is? It's a 10 surgery. Basically, they make your stomach as the size of a golf ball. So that's what they did. And um, ever since I'm around, I average around, I'm around 220, 230. Um, I eat, but I eat slowly. I take my time to eat because, we eat too fast and stuff. I'll throw up. I have dumping syndrome right now. But then I started developing. There can be complications you could develop when you have surgery. And unfortunately, I develop it. That's what there's always risk when you come surgery. So like IBS and stuff like that. Fortunately, I develop it. There's, I get a lot of ulcers, so the most like I'm seeing the doctor next in April for IBS and Crohn's disease. Those are chances you take when you have these type of surgeries, ulcers, and and stuff like that. It is beneficial, but I'm happy that I had the surgery. And oh, but It's beneficial, right? Right now, I wouldn't be doing YouTube, and I wouldn't be talking to you guys if I never had the surgery. You know?
I'm Montreal Michard in Washington, where the Supreme Court will soon decide whether TikTok will be allowed to operate in the United States past January 19th. TikTok fighting for its future in a novel case before the Supreme Court.
I'm not aware of any time in American history where the Congress has tried to shut down a major speech platform.
The video sharing platform has essentially been backed into a corner. Lower courts have dealt them blow after blow, upholding a federal law requiring TikTok to be divested from its Chinese parent company.
There isn't so much money involved, but the Supreme Court don't care.
We go dark. Essentially, the platform shuts down.
The law passed last spring with broad bipartisan support aiming to protect national security from the Chinese Communist Party.
No one disputes that the PRC seeks to undermine U.S. interests by amassing vast quantities of sensitive data about Americans and by engaging in covert influence operations. The Chinese government could weaponize TikTok at any time to harm the United States.
Justice Elena Kagan questioned this claim.
Does covert just mean it's hard to figure out how the algorithm works? Because we could say that about every algorithm.
But the majority of scrutiny was placed on TikTok's claim to free speech, overriding the national security law.
So are we supposed to ignore the fact that the ultimate parent is in fact subject to doing intelligence work for the Chinese?
But if we block TikTok, they gotta block every app on it.
Or not. They'll also have to decide whether the January 19th deadline will stay in place or be put on pause while they deliberate. TikTok certainly wants that to happen, and so does President-elect Trump, who believes he could save the app once he's in office. But back in August 2020, Trump signed an executive order imposing sanctions on TikTok that, at the time, was thought to be a step to effectively ban.
Another question is they could put this. They asked a question if. Another question was if TikTok puts a disclaimer saying that China might take information, is that good enough? The government said no. But if we choose to use it, that's our prerogative. You know, like it's our choice to use it. Like we as citizens have free will. So a 13 will not really, because they're not making money on it. And you have to be 18 to make money on TikTok. So anybody that's 18 and over, they're going to care. When it comes to the First Amendment, the Supreme Court is very... I understand, but prostitution is way... I understand. But prostitution is way different, and... Oh, I guess... I understand what you're saying. I'm interested. They said they're going to adjourn on Monday. So I'll be here on Monday to see if they make a decision. Because I'm interested to see what they're going to say. I hope they don't ban it. Guys, you could also follow it. I was thinking of doing that, but I'm not gonna do that. Cause then come one day, if you gonna get a job or you have kids, it'll be, oh, my dad was on OnlyFans. That. I don't know how people do it, but you make a lot of money. This is OnlyFans model that made $43 million in 1 year. 43 million. People make that on YouTube, but that.
He said the United States must take aggressive action against the owners.
Oh, you're a therapist? That's good. Hi, Queens Nessie. You're a therapist? That's good. I go to therapy all the time. Twice a week. I go therapy Fridays and Mondays. I don't care what people think. Oh, you crazy. Therapy is healthy, but look, I'd rather go to therapy than one day that I snap. I'm eating lamb over rice. Sorry, I'm not paying attention, but I'm trying to do two things. I want my ADHD. Well, that's good. I do live in New York, though, so. And then I gave examples, like, about the newspaper and stuff like that. Like, if you would have told Jeff Bezos to ban his newspaper, and the Supreme Court said no, we wouldn't ban Jeff Bezos' newspaper if a foreign government told them that he had to do something. So maybe the Supreme Court might not ban it, but it says that there's a lot of YouTube videos, if you look it up, that's saying that Supreme Court is likely, not guaranteed, is likely to uphold the law. These lawyers are experts, you know. All right, don't forget. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and remember, turn on that notification so you know when I'm live. I'm live to 8 o'clock tonight, and then I'll probably get back at 11 because I'm watching WWE SmackDown. So it was an interesting hearing. So people should start coming to YouTube just in case TikTok does get banned. Go to YouTube, because I think YouTube is like one of the it's difficult to get monetized. Not really, like, because you can, like, attractive women can get monetized fast. Yeah, and attractive men. Hello, Sean B. Yo, that TikTok thing, whew. I don't know if you listen to the arguments, but you should tell Manimal, like, he needs to listen to it. It's a case, it's a hearing, but it's something interesting he should listen to. There's nothing else to listen to. There's no other cases. Technically, it's the law. The hearing is only 2.5 hours. Then they also mentioned Section 230. You know, so I hope they don't ban it. I know Juicy J uses it on our platform. I was using it, but I don't want to use it and then it gets banned and then I'm just wasting my time. Like, I monetized it. I think the most I made is $5. But you know, if for some reason it doesn't get banned, then I'll do both. You know, but right now, I don't want to do that because I don't want to waste my time. You understand? Like I said, it's adjourned. It's a Monday, so see what happens on Monday. Why you say that, Chris? Why you say about time I'm eating something different? And that's actually my brother's name, Christopher. Yep, Christopher. Yep. So. But oh wait, I'm eating something different, but because I want to. But I think it will, and YouTube will be part of it. YouTube will have to change the algorithm. They will have to make their they will have to make their what do you call it, easier for people to make money. Because right now, to get monetized, you either need 500 subscribers and 1,000 hours. No, 3,000 hours. So YouTube would have to lower their standards, similar to TikTok, to 50. Because with TikTok, you need, I think, 1,000 subscribers and only stream 3 days straight, which I did, which was easy. That's the first part. And the other part to get monetized, 10,000 subscribers and something else. I don't remember what it was, but they would have to make it easier for people to add a third tier to get monetized. Like that will be the third tier to get monetized. They would have to add that. Well, I think they should. They should do it already. Because then they get more people to join the platform. They can even do 250 subscribers and 1,000 hours. Is even fast. Or even 500 hours. It'd be even fast. And they're making money too. Like, if they made it easy for people to get monetized, when we make money, they make money. Alexa, nope. That. Brianna, what is my favorite food? It depends what I'm in the mood for. Because I have ADHD, so I have different kind of cravings at different times of the day. But, and it depends on how my stomach feels. Like, if my stomach feels okay, it depends. But no, it depends. But I do like white pizza though.
I expect a major shock to
Like-
the system.
I do like white pizza. Look, even the Supreme Court, there's a lady here. Look, I'm a president.
Didn't come across enough in the briefs. If we are in the world of data protection as opposed to content control, I think it's hard to get around the post-divestiture provision that says you can't do business with them on the algorithm, because that very much is content-based. It's a content-based restriction. But what you're saying is you can't do it for a data control reason, meaning that you can't really run their algorithm without sharing the very data that we are concerned about as a threat, correct?
That's right, Justice Sotomayor, and you don't have to take my word for it. You can look at the specific terms of the National Security Agreement that ByteDance itself proposed. The relevant definition of the accepted data is at JA 239 to 240, and it references categories of information that would, of necessity, technological necessity and business necessity, have to flow back to China. And the relevant categories are in the sealed appendix, but I would really encourage the court to look this up because it's eye-opening. It is at the Court of Appeals sealed appendix.
So ByteDance saying that if they're forced to sell TikTok, then they're gonna be forced to also sell ByteDance. Does that make sense? Because the algorithm. And they don't want to be forced to sell both. Does that make any sense? I think it makes sense. Because it's connected. They can't separate both. They cannot separate it. What's your favorite food, Brianna? But it wouldn't surprise me if they don't force the ban, if they don't uphold the ban. They reversed it. Ramen? What kind of ramen? Do you subscribe to my channel, Brianna? I like cup of soup now. They actually added the new cup of soup that you can microwave the cup now. But remember, United States is not the only country that's banning it. Canada is another country. Canada is another country that is banning them, I think. Yeah, but they also Canada's arguing the same point. Canada is also banning TikTok for the same reasons, saying it's national security threat. You know, and if I do, it would Canada. Let's ban this idiot. I'm tired of him. Bye. I was listening to this. I had enough of his bullshit. He wants to be rude. And you know, You know, I don't really ban people like that unless they're rude. I gave him so, you know, Sean B. I gave him so many chances. I give people a lot of chances, and they try to take for granted. You know, so. But the thing is, I was listening to the thing, and ByteDance is not even in China either. Like the government conceded and said they don't even have places in China. Like you gotta listen to the whole thing. It's like almost a 3-hour speech. The government just want to say shit that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They should make a law. Anybody past retirement age cannot be in Congress. Because y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Y'all too old to be in Congress anyways. 25 to 65 years old is the age you could be in Congress. Y'all old folks don't know what the hell y'all talking about. And that's why Donald Trump became president. No gas but look, even this content creator from TikTok, look.
Sally Milley is a TikTok creator and influencer who posts under the name True Crime Mama. She's had more than 460,000 followers, and her clips have gathered nearly 9 million likes. Sally came here to Washington for the hearing. She couldn't get into the court, but she listened to the arguments. Sally, you post videos about the law. What do you think of what you've heard from both sides so far?
Well, I am a little discouraged after hearing what I heard today. I feel like if the U.S. government is genuinely concerned about Americans' data, then they would seek to implement more comprehensive laws that would limit what data all companies could collect and what all companies could sell. But instead, they are singling out TikTok.
Exactly.
So what do you think a TikTok ban could mean for content creators and small business owners like yourself? What are your biggest fears?
It's going to be devastating for millions of Americans. Fortunately, it is not my primary source of income. I do have a full-time job, but for many, as you said, small business owners, TikTok is vital to their small businesses and many content creators. That this is their biggest source of income. And it's not for a lack of trying on other apps. It's just that TikTok is by far the most successful for many of us.
So TikTok says that the law violates the First Amendment, but there are other social media apps and plenty of ways to reach people. Can you just move your content someplace else?
I've tried that. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook is my next nearest, largest following, but still, I don't even have 100,000 followers there. My Facebook account actually got hacked 7 months ago. It took 6 months and a personal connection with someone who knew someone at Meta to get that account back, but they have still not remonetized that account. Instagram, I don't even have 5,000 followers there. So there is no other app that compares to TikTok.
All right, well, stay tuned. We're all tracking it, and we'll see how it impacts you, Sally. I know you're not leaving until you know.
It's easier to become monetized on TikTok than any other app. That's why people like about it.
Something. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much.
In a matter of days.
No, but once the Supreme Court makes a decision, Sean B., if the Supreme Court says that TikTok is banned, you can't sue. That's it. That's it. The ban happens. That's it. That's it. No more sue. You can't sue no more. The decision's final. But if the Supreme Court says, "Oh, the ban," we reverse the decision. Then even look.
A majority of Supreme Court justices appear they will likely uphold that controversial TikTok ban.
Today, justices heard oral arguments about the social media app's ties to China and free speech protections. In April, Congress passed a law requiring TikTok's Chinese parent company to either sell the app or face it being shut down. The law is set to take effect this month unless the High Court blocks it temporarily.
Now, the reason so many people are watching the High Court on this one, of course, TikTok's incredible power in the social media world.
Chances are many of you use it, or your children do, your grandchildren do. Banning the platform in the U.S. would be a huge loss to influencers and businesses across the country.
Denver 7's Danielle Coiter spoke to a local TikToker who says the platform gave her her career, which she says is now in jeopardy.
Yep.
Love to get a good walk-up shot. Content creator Raina Kingston never intended to be a social media influencer. I don't have a background or degree in anything marketing. Honestly, not too bad. What started as a way to highlight local restaurants during the pandemic, I always love to get a good video of it so other people can see it, is now her full-time job. And I was like, you know what, let me give it a shot. And so I put it on TikTok, and that's when things really started to take off. She now has 57,000 followers and more than 1 million likes on her Raina King TikTok account. TikTok has a very authentic, real, collaboratory effect. As the Supreme Court is set to decide whether or not the TikTok ban stays in place, it's a nerve-wracking time for influencers. Making an everything bagel with chive cream cheese. Who say what they do on TikTok is so much more than post short videos. Those are my favorite moments, if I'm being honest with you, is when a business will reach out and say, thank you so much for your video. We had so many people stop in because they saw it.
I wouldn't have wanted to open this business without social media presence.
Miles Odell, owner of Odell's Bagel, has worked with social media influencers from the time the shop was just a farmer's market stand, and he says it's helped.
Yeah, upholding means that
our opening
it's banned on app stores and
nothing but good. So I think if all of that stopped,
because the DC Court of Appeals said that what Congress said, uphold means that they agree with DC's verdict, and if they don't uphold it, they reverse it. That means they block the ban. We don't want them to to uphold it. We want the banner to be blocked because apps like TikTok are likely to be banned. Like on January 19th, apps not on apps similar to TikTok will automatically be banned. Like Temu, you know Temu? That most likely would be banned as well. And people shop on Temu. In my opinion, the government should be no app is allowed to collect data from anybody. Don't collect data. You want my data, you gotta pay me for it. And why they collecting our data in the first place? No app is allowed to collect our data without our consent. And if you want our data, you gotta pay for it. Yeah, that's for not only China, but that's from everybody. Like nobody should be able to, because they are targeting TikTok. So, which is not fair. So, if you want, don't collect our data. That's it. You don't need our data. Our data is not important. Maybe certain apps could keep our data because, like, there could be an option for us to give you the data, but they should have an app option for us to just collect data, do not collect data. But then there's not that option, and we should have that option to consent for you to collect data or not. On YouTube, I want you to collect my data, but obviously because I want you to show me what videos I'm gonna watch. You know, like I want YouTube to have my data because I want them to tell me what apps to watch and what apps not to watch. That's you know, like if they don't collect, YouTube doesn't know what I'm interested in. Well, they don't collect my data. How they supposed to know what I want to watch? This is my opinion. It does. Instead of the government banning TikTok, they should worry about helping the American people instead of unnecessary reporting shit. Passing a TikTok ban bill ridiculous. While they passing that type of bill, they could have been passing a bill to get rid of daylight savings. But instead, they decide to do this. And this is what they get paid for. To waste time. To waste time and taxpayers' money as well. Oh, you have Chinese food? That's good. It's not Chinese food. This is lamb over rice. I don't really eat Chinese food like that because I just don't like it like that. Like I used to. It is not my thing. Sean B, did you eat?
We would probably see a slight decline in sales.
Kingston is hopeful the app is allowed to stick around. Want to get up close to the bagel? So her content can too. I would say A+. Very good bagel. Apart from tons of small businesses and small creators being impacted and losing, that connection to thousands and millions of people, I also think there's going to be a loss of community. I'm Danielle Kreuter, Denver 7.
So under current law, if TikTok is not sold, it will be banned in the U.S. by January 19th. Now, President-elect Donald Trump has filed an amicus brief urging the court to temporarily pause that ban, and we'll let you know when the high court makes their final decision.
I hope they reverse the ban. Because a lot of Americans would not be happy if TikTok gets banned. I like TikTok. I hope it doesn't get banned. I hope it says that the law is unconstitutional. That's what it needs to say. It's the same name on TikTok. They're gonna riot. If you think what happened in January 6th was bad, that's gonna be bad. You know? Guys, I'll be back at 11. Take care, Sean B. Take care. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Be back at 11 o'clock tonight. Take care. Have a good night.